welcome Paul McKenna.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to the show. Let's meet the people who are going to be tonight's 10 hypnotic stars.
I was just so relaxed. I was walking down the stairs. I could see the silk chiffon flowing behind me in the wind, and then I looked up and saw squares, and then I was like floating. It was a wonderful sensation.
You feel very confident, you feel very vibrant, you're in control of your senses, but for some reason your subconscious mind has been taken over.
I said to my husband, it reminds me of the same high as when we got married that day. Same sort of buzz.
These are the people I've selected. Let's explore the power of their imaginations. Now listen carefully, because this suggestion is for the rest of the show this evening. Whenever you hear this piece of music, you will suddenly believe that you are one of the famous river dancers. You'll get up from your seat, you'll dash to the centre of the stage, you'll want to push the others out of the way because there's an important producer in this evening and you'll want to impress him. You'll be smiling away, but when the music stops, you'll stop, you'll wonder what on earth you've just been doing. That's for the rest of the show this evening.
And amongst Paul's river dancers tonight are Nicola Brown, who's a bank clerk from Brentwood in Essex, and Kev Shale, a Berkshire police officer who was more than happy to turn himself into Paul's hypnotic wiles, but certainly didn't come quietly.
You've seen those award shows on TV, right? You know, the ones where the actors get up and they thank everyone they've ever met, you know, they burst into tears. What do you think about that?
I think they're overrated.
You think it's overrated, rubbish? Sleep. Because when you wake up in the next few moments, you'll believe that you are the world's most famous actors. And tonight is the biggest night of your showbiz career. The Oscars and the BAFTAs are small fries compared to the Lovies. Because when you become a Lovie, it's the pinnacle of your acting career. If you win an award, you'll want to thank everyone you've ever met. It'll be the most emotional night of your life. You are without doubt the most arrogant person in the business. If you win an award, it'll be despite everyone else. It's entirely down to your own brilliance. You, interestingly, have taken a bribe from the mafia, 10,000 quid to throw the competition. So you'll do anything not to accept an award. If you don't win an award, you'll believe that it's an injustice and you'll want to heckle the others. Eyes open, wide awake.
Tonight, live from London, England, it's the Lovies. Presented this year by Paul McKenna.
Good evening and welcome to a star-spangled evening. I know that our nominees are on the edge of their seats with anticipation, so let's get down to the purpose of tonight and discover who's going to be this year's Best Actor. The judges were so impressed by the performances that this year they've decided to give a bronze, silver and gold. Let's find out who the winner of the Bronze Lovie is. And in third place for their steamy stand-up work in 4 Weddings and a Urinal, the winner of the Bronze Lovie is Kev Shale. Come on.
Thank you. It wasn't. No, I can't accept this. Honestly, this work wasn't all mine. It was mostly my stunt double who did most of the stunts. Really, the rest of the cast did such a wonderful job. And in fact, my twin brother came in on my days off when I was ill.
Yes, well,
most of it I lost hair, so it really should come to him.
Very, very modest of you, Kev.
Honestly,
but I'm afraid you must accept it.
Honestly, I really can't. Honestly,
You must. No, you must accept it. But honestly, I can't. I'd love to. Have a seat. Have a seat back down. Thanks very much.
I'd really love to.
That's great. Thanks very much. That's absolutely smashing.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's find out who the winner of the Silver Lovie Award is. And the Silver Lovie for the raw animal magnetism in playing a monkey that went nuts in The Madness of King Kong is Nicola Brown.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody. This is absolutely fantastic. I don't know what to say.
So Woody. I should have won that one as well as this one.
Excuse me. I won the silver. Thank you ever so much. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who's just been there for me. My mum, the milkman in the morning delivering my milk. Sorry. It's just absolutely fantastic. I don't know what to say.
Don't forget I helped you.
In some small way, I'm sure you contributed. I'd like to thank you also. Thank you ever so much.
Have it then.
Just have a seat back down. That's absolutely marvellous. Thank you, thank you. OK, so let's move on to the prestigious Gold Lovey.
I'd just like to say also that of all the other people who have been trying to win this award, I'm sure that's really contributed to
I'm waiting
everything.
for the gold one.
I'm sure it's contributed to me winning this. It's given me more enthusiasm and everything.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Obviously very emotional. Yes, I know. Just have a seat. OK, beating all their rivals to pick up the Golden Lovey for their performance in Things to Do in John Denver When You're Dead, the winner is Stuart Button.
For what it's worth, are you worthy to be up on stage with me?
Presenting the award.
The size of this, my young man, it's not worth it. I need a bigger one than this. Nobody helped me. I had to produce it myself. The producer couldn't even reproduce, let alone produce. Couldn't even direct the traffic down a one-way street. Ridiculous. I had to do all the work myself. The camera work, the lot, everything myself. All the stuff.
I'd just like to say
Excuse me, would you mind going to sit back down here?
I'd just like to say one thank you for all the miners who did dig up the silver to make my medal.
Excuse me,
Thank you, yes,
I think I should win the gold one. You're welcome to it, mate, the size of it. Look at it.
Surely there is somebody who made some contribution to the movie.
Nobody made no contribution at all. The taxi driver bringing me to the set, that was the only man who made a contribution. That was me. Everybody else was rubbish. That was me. Was it?
Thank you very much.
I think you should keep it.
I'd just like to say one more thank you to all the people who made the clothes that I'm wearing, because they do look absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much. Well, what a magnificent... Oh, excuse me, sorry, I'm just getting a very important message through, and oh my goodness, I'm afraid we've read out the awards in the wrong order. You are, in fact, the winner of the Gold. Thank you very much.
Bronze, absolutely not.
No, I'm afraid you are.
I was nervous at first when we was going up, when he asked for volunteers. I was very surprised at myself at the time when the time came, at how confident and how into the part I was. I really believed that I was outdone.
I really did feel emotional, like Paul said I would, and I was just so grateful that I'd got this award. I mean, I thought it was, you know, I had great talent and everything, but, you know, everybody contributed in some great way.
Next up is Sarah Burdett, a partner in a children's fashion business who's going to believe that she's foregone her real-life partner in favour of being married to Londoner Stuart Button. But not before Paul triggers off an earlier memory for everyone.
Are you hypnotised, then?
No.
You're definitely not. What about you? Hypnotised?
No.
What about you? You hypnotised?
No.
Anybody else here hypnotised?
They all are, yes.
They all are. What about you? You hypnotised?
Absolutely not.
No, of course not, man. Have a seat back down, please. Were you out of your seat just now?
Yes.
What were you doing?
Sure.
What about you? You're not hypnotised, though, right? No, of course not.
No.
Just have a seat back down, that's it, yes. Just have a seat back down. Thank you very much indeed. I just want to have a quick chat with a couple of you, if that's OK. Sarah, Stuart, could you step out here for a moment? Just come and join me down there. Because I want to ask you, what do you think of those TV shows that spring embarrassing surprises on people? What do you think of those?
Hate them.
You hate them, do you?
Time of day.
They're embarrassing, are they?
awkward.
Oh, I see. Sleep, because when you wake up, you're going to find that you're both on a TV show where members of the public are reunited with people from their past. Instantly, you'll remember all kinds of acts of heroism from your past, and you'll want to impress us all by telling us about them. Whatever story the presenter tells you, you'll believe is true. You, Sarah, when you wake up, will believe that you're Stuart's devoted wife. However, when you come onto the stage, you'll feel instantly attracted to any other man that you see on the set. Eyes open, wide awake. Right, just want to take your seat back down in the audience. Thanks very much for coming up. Nice to see you this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What a Surprise! And here she is, your hostess with the mostess.
Hello and welcome to What a Surprise, the show where the biggest surprise is why this load of old rubbish is still on the air after all these years. And on tonight's show, we've got me, Godzilla, saying a Laura, 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 and a Laura. Now, let's take our first guest down memory lane because he's in the audience tonight. Where are you, Stuart? Are you there, Stuart? He's here. Give him a nice round of applause. Here he comes, big fella. Hello, Stewie, love. All right, what about a nice kiss, Priscilla? Sit yourself down there, Stewie. You're a big lad, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dear, oh, dear, oh, did you fall asleep in a greenhouse? Now, Stuart, welcome to the show. Now, the whole show is all about surprises. Now, do you like surprises?
Love them.
Have a look at that. Now, now, Stuart, we're going to reunite you. We're going to bring you together with somebody who's played a very important part in your life up to date. Now, have you any idea who that might be?
Oh, it could be anybody. I've been in plenty of campaigns around the world.
Have you? What kind of campaigns?
War campaigns.
War campaigns? Are you a soldier?
I'm a hero, oh, yeah.
Oh, do you think you could kill a man?
Oh, easy.
Oh, I could eventually. Now... What experience do you think we might be wanting to hear about tonight? Have you got a nice, juicy one?
I've got loads. I was in the SAS for 13 years.
Really?
Saturday and Sunday.
What? Saturday and Sunday? Stuart, now, why did you leave the SAS? Was the balaclava, did it make your face itch or something?
Personal problems. I was too good.
You were too good? Too good. Oh, really? Did you see any action?
Do you want me to tell you? Oh, plenty.
Yes, what? Tell us about it.
Well, we had to rescue some hostages. They were stuck in the jungle, you see.
Ostriches? Ostriches?
No, hostages. Hostages. Don't be clever.
Sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted. Go on then, Stuart. Tell us about the ostriches.
Well, it was in thick, long grass.
Oh, yes, I've got some of that in my garden.
You had to avoid the local tribesmen.
Oh, right, yes. Where do you live?
Bethnal Green.
Oh, I'm not surprised. A lot of tribesmen out that way.
You had to avoid the local tribesmen.
Yeah.
And they were called... where the hell are we? Tribe.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, yes.
Because
why are they called that?
Well, they were like 3 inches... 3 foot tall.
Oh, they were only 3 foot tall.
But the grass was about 6 foot tall.
Really?
So I used to walk along going, where the hell are we? Where the hell are we?
That's fantastic. Now, just tell me something seedy in your life. Just, you know, embellish on something, because that's what we want to hear, isn't it, studio audience? We want to hear something nice and seedy.
Something really seedy, yeah?
Something seedy. Something about, you know, what kind of women do you like?
I like... every kind of woman.
Do you?
Yeah. Especially Scousers.
Oh, you like Scousers?
I love Scousers.
Lovely. Well, yes, well, of course, I'm a Scouser.
Yeah.
So you give me your phone number a bit later, will you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
To get some of that fat off you, no problem.
Yeah.
I believe you were married 10 years ago, weren't you? Is that right? You were married 10 years ago.
How do you know about that?
Ah, well, we know everything. Scylla knows everything. Now, your marriage broke up, didn't it, sadly, Stuart?
Well, sadly, possibly, for her, not for me.
She ran off with your best friend.
I really miss him, I tell you.
Of course. I say your best friend. He was, in fact, your milkman, wasn't it? Tell us about that. What happened? How did you find out about your wife having an affair with your milkman?
Well, it was just a note left in the milk bottle. Your dinner's in the dog. I've got off with a milkman.
Yeah.
Like it or lump it.
And, of course, you never got over that, really, did you? You didn't... It was very...
Oh, yeah, I'm really gutted. Yeah.
You were gutted. It was very sad, wasn't it? And you didn't have another affair or you didn't have another lover until you met Mavis, of course. Mavis, your next-door neighbour. You know, the widow. Do you remember that?
Yeah, now it's come out. How did you find out about it?
Well, we know everything. We know everything. And did you love Mavis?
Yeah, at night.
Right. Sometimes during the day. Now, of course, Stuart, the sad thing happened. Poor Mavis, she ran off with that milkman, didn't she?
Same
milkman. Tell us about that. How did you find out about that?
The same thing again. I mean, it's getting on my nerves. It's like a note in the bottle.
Yes.
Got off with a milkman. I mean, you know, I didn't even know he was back round. I spent about 3 weeks trying to find a local shop to get some milk.
Well, of course, you would, wouldn't you, really? Well, you haven't seen Mavis for, like, 5 long, lonely years, have you? Do you miss her?
Sometimes.
Well, worry us because tonight, Stuart, you're not going to see Mavis, no. You're going to see your ex-milkman, father of 25, come in, Randy Goldtop. He's here.
Stuart, mate, you all right?
No chance. Sit yourself down now, Randy. Now, it's lovely to have you. Now, what's it like seeing Randy after all these years?
Oh, lovely. Who are you going to take next?
Oh, you'll calm down. It's only a bit of fun.
Yeah, sure.
So you wouldn't have him back then, as you know?
Definitely not.
Oh, dear. But you're not bothered, are you, Stuart? Because you've got a new love in your life, is that right?
Yeah?
Yeah. Sarah, isn't it? It's Sarah, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody's supposed to know about this.
Well, I know about it, and she knows about it because she's here tonight.
You better
Wait to come on.
I tell you,
Lovely Sarah, come out, Sarah. Here she is. There's Sarah, look out.
Hello, Sarah.
How
you doing? You sit there.
She's got lovely fur. Now, Sarah, have you met Randy Goldtop?
No, she ain't. No. Sit there.
Have you met? There's Randy.
Okay.
Say hello to Randy.
Oh, you're gorgeous.
Hey, what about that? Hey, Stuart, he's moving in, mate.
Get me up.
Arthur's going to
Calm yourself down, mate.
Yes, he's nicked you out here, Randy.
Get back in your milk float and start.
Well, look at that.
Mate, you got to calm down.
Well, they all seem to be getting on really well, don't they? And that's all we got time for. What a surprise. But don't worry, join us next week for more fun and laughter on What a Surprise. What a surprise! The unexpected
It was wonderful. That was just amazing. He was just lovely. When he walked across the stage, I found myself watching him. It was a very strange feeling, and like almost I knew him. It was instant.
And Paul's also got a couple of surprises up his sleeve for Dave Bazrai, a dentist from Edgware, who's about to extract a confession from himself.
You wouldn't want to be accused of something you were completely innocent of, would you?
No.
Sleep. When you wake up, you'll all believe that you're taking part in a police identity parade. Even though you know that you're innocent, you two will want to be identified because you've heard that prisons these days are like holiday camps, and there's every chance you might end up sharing a cell with some Pamela Anderson lookalike. You, on the other hand, will not want to go to prison at all, even though you believe that you are in fact the culprit. So you'll do everything you can to try and disguise yourself so you're not identified. You will be the victim of a dastardly crime. Somebody has trespassed on your land and mangled your prize marrow. So you're assisting the police in the lineup. You will not recognise the culprit as number 1, number 2, or number 3, but you will believe it's number 4, even though it is in fact your own reflection in a mirror. Eyes open, wide awake, wakey, wakey. Could you get in line, please? That's it, quickly. 1, 2, and 3, in line. Inspector Taylor will be here in a moment.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I understand you've had a bit of aggravation on your allotments.
That's right. Last week,
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't believe it. Someone trod on my prize marrow. I was
Was
going
this
to
an
enter
accident, sir? Was it an accident?
No, I'm sure it was somebody. I saw someone, I can't remember. He's an ugly sod. I just can't remember. Yeah, I saw it from my garden window.
Well, let's get a little bit of information on him, first of all. Tall man, short man? What do you think?
Oh, he was an ugly sod. I just saw him. He was a tall guy, I think. Quite a big build.
A tall, ugly sod?
Yeah, a tall, ugly sod. He had a scar on his face.
Oh, he did?
It was a bit dark and everything. I couldn't really make him out clearly.
Could you put an age to him at all?
Oh, that's a difficult one to say. Maybe about 25, 40 or something like that.
Yeah, around about that mark.
Yeah, he was quite mobile. I mean, obviously, he trod on my marrow with a lot of force and everything. I was just really so
did he shout out anything at this point? When
he said, "You." That's what he tried. I kept on treading on it. He said, "You."
Like that. Now, just wonder if he thought the marrow was a or you would have.
I'm not really sure, actually. I think both.
Yes.
I think he must have hated me. He must have been a neighbour gardener.
I shouldn't really ask you this question, sir, because
I saw them do
sentencing is really the Home Office prerogative these days. Home Secretary does all the sentencing. But what sort of would you like to see happen to him if we find the man?
I should put him in jail and throw away the key.
Really?
Yeah. So lock him up. Because that marrow took me ages to grow to that size and that shape.
I'm not sorry
My
I
wife
did
was
it.
proud of that. The whole family was proud of it.
Well, then, I've got maybe the possibility we've got a line-up here, sir, of people who could have done that. The marrow stamper might be amongst them. So if you would care to step over here, take number 1, for instance. Now, remembering you've got this tall, ugly... Right.
It was me.
You said it was him.
You don't need to go along. I did it.
I'm not really sure. He's not tall enough, actually.
He's
ugly enough, but he's not tall enough.
But I was standing in a ditch.
You think this bloke's ugly enough?
Smell my breath. I
He's
smell
ugly enough, but he's not tall enough. I'm not really sure,
Let's move to number 2. Number 2 here.
Does this ring a bell?
It's flying big enough.
It's flying
big enough.
There is.
How did it go
on
then?
the bottom of my sole of my foot. Look.
It was a large pair of boots, and he just squashed everything. You could tell by the foot mark on the actual marrow.
We shall be inspecting those boots for marrow. Right, now, you fellas,
Ashley,
stay in line. Wait. That's enough from you fellas. Now, what about this gentleman here?
G'day, mate.
Does he look like the man that could have been it?
Even though he looks very conspicuous.
Well, I think he has got form for cucumber stamping, so we've got 2 who say it was them. He denies it, but you're still not happy with it.
I'm not 100% positive on the...
All right, then, sir, then take a look over here and see if that man looks at all familiar.
That's him. That's him. That's the son who did it. That's the one who did it.
You're next. Go on, out you go.
When I actually came to number 4 and the mirror came up in front of me, I was so surprised that was the person, you know, and it didn't actually register that it was me who did it.
Kick off part 2 with Nanny Michelle Clinton, who manages to cope with 3 children, but had more than her hands full trying to look after Derek Slade, a hospital porter who, under hypnosis, seemed to have a bit of a roving eye.
Are you the jealous type?
No.
So you wouldn't mind if your boyfriend started drooling about somebody on television, say?
No.
Sleep. When you both wake up, though, you'll believe that you're happily married. You're having a nice evening in together watching the telly. You, however, have a mad, passionate crush on the ITV weather presenter Laura Green. You think she's your ideal fantasy woman, and you'd be really excited if she ever showed any interest in you. You know about his crush on Laura, but you live with it because you think it's highly unlikely that she'd ever want anything to do with your boyfriend. Eyes open, wide awake.
Weather's coming on in a minute.
Well, that just about wraps it up for tonight from us here at Channel 6.
You're right there.
But just before we go, let's take a look at what the weather's doing tomorrow in your region. It's not too good, is it? But never mind. I hope you've enjoyed the programmes we've shown you here on Channel 6 this evening.
Even got any
And
clothes
before we
on.
go, let's just have a look at what we've got lined up for you tomorrow.
You've got a problem.
No, I ain't.
You have.
I haven't.
You have.
I haven't. She's lovely.
As if she's going to be interested in you.
I'll keep writing to her. She must reply sometime.
You're not the only one that writes to her.
Yeah, but I'm the best one who writes.
So it's time for me to say goodnight from Laura Green, from
Good night,
all of
darling.
us here at Channel 6, and all of you there at home. But especially Del.
Good night, darling.
Del,
Yeah?
that earring you're wearing,
Yeah?
it's gorgeous.
Oh, no,
Just
do you
tell
want-
me one thing.
Yeah?
Where did you get it?
Oi, you.
It wasn't from that silly cow Michelle.
It was.
I just don't know what you're seeing.
I don't want it.
I
don't want it. I don't want it anymore.
Anyway, it's time for me to say goodnight to all of you.
Cow.
Again, especially to you, Del.
Good night, darling.
Darling. Good night, what, Del? Good night, what?
Good night, sweetie.
Thank you.
Give it a rest.
Shut up.
So once again, good night.
Bye.
Good night.
I told she talked to me.
Get out of it.
No, you go to bed. I'll put a video on so I can...
No, it's all right. You ain't going nowhere.
You can have that back. Oh, I don't want it. She's gonna... Hello?
Hello, sweetie.
All right, Dave, how you going, mate? Hold on a minute. Right, darling. Yeah.
Dale, how are you feeling, darling?
I'm fine.
What's they do, is it?
It's Dave, I told you. Do you fancy a cup of tea?
Oh.
Go and make one then.
I want to speak to Dave.
Dale,
Yeah.
listen. I'm bored and I'd really love some company.
Boy, who is it?
Will you come out with me tonight, Dale?
Oh, yeah,
Can you get away from Michelle, that old cow?
Oh, yeah. I've got to take the dog for a walk.
Dale?
Do you fancy a pint, Dave?
Dale, say my name.
You're not going out.
Did you see that Laura on the telly just a minute ago?
Dale?
Yeah?
Tell me you love me. If you don't tell me you love me, I'm hanging up and I'll never speak to you again.
Dave, mate, did you see that football? I love it. I really love it.
What? I want to speak to him.
Why?
Because I do.
Dale?
Yeah?
Just tell Michelle to get
I want to
off your
speak to
back.
him
We
now.
need to be together.
I've got to see Dave.
No, if he wants to see you, he can come round here and see you.
Dave can come round here. No, he can't come round.
Well, then you can't go out either.
Dale,
Yeah, I've got to- yeah.
Dale, I'm coming round.
Oh,
I'll see you soon.
You're not going anywhere,
My
right?
sex pot.
Oh,
Bye.
you're sweet, darling. Oh. He's gone. He's gone. Fancy early night. Cool, I'm tired. Let's turn till off, go to bed. Go up and I'll make a cup of tea.
No, it's all right.
Go on.
I'll make a cup of tea.
No, I'll make a cup of tea.
No, I'll do it.
I'll bring you up some toast as well.
No, I'll do it.
Cut them in smart shapes for you.
I'll do it.
Put some jam on them.
I don't want jam.
Mama. I'll get it. I couldn't believe she'd actually say my name. And then when she started talking to me, I couldn't understand how she was talking to me and hearing what I was saying.
Beachy Coakley is well known to millions of breakfast TV viewers for giving help and advice on a wide variety of problems. But Beachy himself suffered from a very common fear.
How you doing? Oh, what? Do you know, I've always been frightened of heights. I think ever since I can first remember. But probably the one that sticks out in my mind most, I was drunk when I was drinking. And I'd nowhere to sleep. I don't know whether that was the reason for it or not, but anyway, I was that out of my head that I climbed up the inside of a crane, about 80 foot in the air, and I came round the following morning in the cab of the crane. And I mean, I was demented and I was screaming and yelling. I had to get the fire brigade to get me down. I mean, that wasn't voluntarily, it was just unbelievable. But not as bad as this.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how frightened do you feel right now?
About 250. I'm demented. Oh, look. Oh, don't.
And if I were to tell you that in a few minutes' time you're going to be able to abseil down there, would you believe me?
No, Paul. No, McKenna, I would not. And I trust you, but Jesus, no.
OK, so let's go and see what
Is this as high as it's going to go? Is this it?
This is as high as it goes, yeah.
Because I can't even look up.
OK, well, shall we go and see if we can do something about it?
We better, because we're not staying here.
OK.
Oh.
So for now, just look up in front of and above you and just concentrate your attention. You're beginning to enter that daydream state of mind.
Paul takes Beachy back to a time when he was full of confidence, then uses hypnosis to connect that feeling to his experience of heights. Now Beachy can remember his fear, but can also feel confident.
Wide awake. Feel different about abseiling?
At the moment.
The ultimate test was whether or not Beachy could now abseil 330 feet to the ground.
Big deep breaths, nice and slowly, all right? Lean yourself, look it out until you can lock your elbows. Keep going, keep your legs straight, that's good, that's good.
Love you, Josephine.
All right, you're in complete control now, all right?
You think?
All right, move those feet off the cage. Nice and slowly, it's going to slip under the cage. It's going to slip under the cage. Nice Nice and slowly, Beachy.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I've got you. I've got you. Still got you, mate.
Okay.
I've still got you. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
A little bit slower, that's it.
Oh. Oh. I must be mad. Let's get down here quick. Well, I'll never make the SAS. I better... Oh. Wow, my mouth is dry. Way. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I would have never done that without the hypnosis. Never, not in 2 million years.
Meanwhile, back in the studio, air stewardess Jeanette Kearns is about to find out a few home truths about musician Mark Jacobs, her hypnotically engineered husband for the evening.
Wouldn't it be great if you won a fortune?
Fantastic.
Yeah. You could really tell your bank manager what to do then.
Oh, definitely where to stick his letters.
Yeah, sleep. When you wake up, though, you will believe you've just won £6 million on the lottery. You're here at the bank with your husband to give the bank manager a piece of your mind. You've been very prudent with money. You've only spent £200 in the last week since you won. You, on the other hand, have been on a spending spree. And if your wife finds out, you'll want to try and explain it away best you can. Eyes open, wide awake, wakey, wakey. Right, the bank manager will see you. Just grab a seat over there.
Let's go and tell him now.
Right, let's have a look. Yes. Hello, Jean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, could you send in the 2 Millionaires, could you?
Right.
Yes. Right. Hello. Have a seat by me. Have a seat. Right, well, what can I say? You know you've always been my two most valued customers, don't you? You know that.
You say that. I've spent £200 and you've still sent me a letter that I'm overdrawn.
Have I?
What is going on?
Right, well, by the way, can I get you anything? I mean, would you like anything
yes,
to
you
drink?
can get down on your knees and give me a reason why we should stay with your bank.
I'll tell you what, I'll just one minute. Jean, sir? Could we have the old champagne and caviar? Would that be all right?
Yes,
the old caviar?
fine. Yeah.
Right, well, as we were saying, is there any way we can improve things for you at the bank at all?
Yes, you can get down on your knees.
Well, I'll go a little on one knee. Right, would you say my staff can improve things for you? Have they been helpful in the past at all?
No, not at all. No.
They haven't?
Especially you as well, because you're the one that sends the letters out when we go overdrawn.
Yes, we've seen your signature on all of them.
Yeah,
well, yes, that's true.
So we thought we'd come to the top.
Yeah.
Right.
And we want to take our money out.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that. No. Well, look, I'll tell you what, let's just have a look at the account, shall we? Because it is quite...
I know how much is in there. I've only spent
£200.
And we won £6 million.
£6 million? Right. Well, yeah, first of all, by the way, could I just say how much I admire your generosity. I mean, your donation to charity was
what
very
donation to
recommended.
charity?
Oh. You don't know what
I've
we're
only
talking about.
spent £200.
Yeah, there must be some sort of mistake there. What charity was it?
Well, your husband has very generously donated £2 million to the
telling
local
me?
donkey sanctuary.
You're joking?
Yeah. You did know that, didn't you?
No, of course I didn't know
yes,
that.
Yes, the local donkey sanctuary, £2 million.
Oh, it was my lottery ticket that won. I was the one that won. You?
Yeah,
Why didn't you ask me?
Yes.
I didn't think you'd mind.
Has he got any rights to do that? Can I stop the cheque?
Well, it is a joint account.
What about divorce?
We're talking a lot of money, aren't we?
Yes, well, you have also just cashed a cheque for a party to New York on Saturday night, to which you apparently flew... No, which you flew yourself and 93 blokes from the Dog and Duck, first class on Concorde, and the bill came to £1.5 million for that.
Yes.
You are joking.
I did actually invite you the day before. I thought we could have a...
Divorce. I want a divorce.
I thought we could have a big party to celebrate with all our friends and everything.
Well, it must have been quite a party for £1.5 million. And there was the night with Demi Moore, which cost you another £1 million.
That was money well spent, though.
Right. Right, well, still, it's not all lost, is it? Because the balance of the bottom of this page is still looking quite healthy. What are you actually going to do with the money, madam?
I'm going to close the account and open up a single account in my name.
Let's not be too hasty now.
Miss Jones, would you cancel the champagne, please, and the caviar, make it a pot of tea for 3?
And a carving knife.
There seems to be a couple of other cheques drawn against the account, aren't there? Well, how about this one for a start, sir? £1.5 million to Fiddling Frank's East End Casino and Massage Parlour. Right, well, if my maths are correct, the balance of your account is, in fact, back to precisely nothing. Just forget the tea and biscuits, would you, Jane? Right, there's also a small matter of a cheque you wrote for a new outfit, costing £200, so you are, in fact, back in overdraft. Is your wife always so extravagant with your money, sir?
Normally.
I knew who Reg Holdsworth was. I knew he was, because I'm a great fan of Coronation Street. But in that sketch, he was the bank manager. He had nothing to do with Coronation Street at all. He was actually the bank manager who I was going to give a piece of my mind to.
Stuart, you don't mind us filming you this evening, do you?
No.
I mean, there are a lot of cameras here, that's all right, is it?
Yes, fine.
Sleep. When you wake up, though, you will, because you'll believe that I am the fearless TV reporter, Roger Cook. Every time I speak, you will think that I'm exposing you to the nation. So you'll want to stand up and tell me to shut up and stop it. You'll get really, really annoyed. You might even want to introduce me to your friend, Mr. Baseball Bat. The moment I stop, though, you'll stop. You'll wonder what on earth you've just been doing. You'll apologise. Eyes open, wide awake. Well, that's all we've got time for in this portion of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
What are you looking at?
I'm just saying to the ladies and gentlemen that...
All right, how you doing?
Anyway, I was saying that we've got lots more special guests. We've got loads more coming up in the next...
Put the camera somewhere else. You get this over your head. What do you think you're doing? They're going all right.
As I was saying, we've got special guests coming up.
I'll tell you twice,
we've got plenty coming up.
What are you doing? Cut the camera away.
You'll be...
I said stop it!
I
mean it. You're going to get this in a minute. Get the camera away from me.
Show, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time to meet the final one of tonight's 10, Phil Clinton, a taxi driver who seemed to find this routine a bit of a giggle.
If I were to introduce you to somebody really important, you wouldn't do anything embarrassing, would you?
No, of course not.
Right. Sleep. Because when you wake up, you will believe that you are soldiers on parade, awaiting inspection by Her Majesty the Queen. You all hate your drill sergeant, especially you. In fact, you're going to be very, very lippy. He doesn't scare you. You didn't join the army for all this poncing about. You saw the recruitment advert that promised abseiling, skiing, drinking with the lads. You, on the other hand, are a model soldier, except for one thing. Every time your Sergeant Major mentions the Queen, you'll feel an overwhelming compulsion to blow a raspberry. Every time you hear him blow a raspberry, you'll burst out laughing. You're a model soldier as well. In fact, you'll get rather annoyed if any of the others are messing about, because you really fancy the Queen. And you won't be able to stop yourself from chatting her up. Ready? Eyes open, wide awake. Could you stand in line, please, quickly?
Right, let's have it. Just that! Stow it in! Pardon?
I've got to get out. I've got a point.
Out where, Dell? The only one place you'll be going out is knocked out. Now, shut up! Shut up, Dell, when I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, listen. You know who's coming here shortly? The Queen, don't you? Will you? What are you doing? Blowing a raspberry, sir. It'll be more than blowing up. Get your hands off me, Dell.
You're not very clean.
Now, just keep quiet and listen up. Our regiment has been chosen to fill a highly prestigious post. That of finding a personal bodyguard to Her Majesty the Queen. Once more. Just once more. Keep your hands to yourself, Del, or you're dead. Do you understand? Now then, one of you will be chosen by Her Majesty to fill this position.
Oh, I can't do that.
Pardon?
I can't do that.
Can't do what?
I've got busy schedules.
You've got
see?
busy schedule? You've got a busy schedule?
I've got a busy schedule.
Now, what is your busy schedule? Get your hands off me, Del! You know what it is to touching an officer? 6 years in a glass house, Del. Now, you just stay quiet and listen up, because she will be here shortly. The Queen! And you shut up, Lobby! Now then, no, you cannot. Believe you me, Del. I'm under pressure. And the more pressure I get under, Del, you might be done away with. Do you understand, Del?
You mean I can go earlier?
No, it doesn't mean you can go early. It doesn't mean you can go anywhere. You're going to stand there until I get this out. Do you understand me?
Sure.
Right. Now then, any other functions the Queen may be... What have you got? Some sort of flatulent fetish or what? It's unbelievable.
It is, isn't it?
You're going to go, Del. Believe you me, you'll be strapped over one of those cannons and blown over Buckingham Palace. Now, keep quiet. Now then, if perchance Her Majesty should offer you the royal limb, do not pump it up and down like a one-armed bandit. Or crush it as though it was an old bag of crisps, Del. Well, Your Majesty, after much deliberation and discourse, I have willed the regiment down to these 4 loyal, trusty, dependable men. Let me introduce to you Del, highly disciplined, strong, silent type, unquestioning, obedient, the perfect soldier. Obeys first, thinks 3 weeks later. Now then, next, we have Dave, tactical genius, brains of the squad. Served 4 years in the jungle with the Queen's own rifle. Listen, Dave.
Hello. I'm Del.
Del! Get out! If you blow one more raspberry, you're dead. Believe you me, dead as a dodo. If you laugh once more, you've gone too. The only one that's scoring points here is Stuart, believe you me. Now then, here we have the illustrious Phil, decorated for valour, didn't crack under the pressure during his spell in captivity.
What did you say his name was?
His name is Phil, Mom.
Wonderful name.
Beautiful name. Last but not least, we have Stuart.
Oh,
Quiet.
gorgeous. I love your dress, you know that.
Quiet introvert. He's just returned from 16 months in the jungle, surviving on nothing but wacky-backy and ganji juice. His colleagues say that you have been a woman for 3 years, so if I were you, Mom, I'd pick number 3.
Coming straight to dogs here. Don't pick me because I've got a point, mate.
Nobody's going to pick you, David!
It was like a knee-jerk reaction, a reflex. Completely, I mean, as soon as the name, the Queen, I had to blow raspberry straight away, you know, just... You know, Paula made this suggestion to me and I couldn't control it. It was just completely like, just natural, like blinking.
Kev, have you noticed how these days women tend to go for real men?
Frequently.
You're a real man, right?
Absolutely.
Sleep, though, because when you wake up, you'll be really excited because you're going on a first date with the lovely Michaela Strachan. You really want to impress her. The good news is that you're going to the fair. The bad news is that I will be completely invisible to you. That's me and my trusty metal hammer. Eyes open, wide awake.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How have you turned up?
Listen, do you like fairs?
I love them.
Are you big and strong?
Absolutely.
You definitely, because strong men really impress me.
Oh, definitely.
You're good at all the things that you need strength and firing games and ghost trains
Superhuman.
and things, yeah?
Superhuman.
Well, we're going to have a go on them, and I hope you don't mind, but I brought a friend along.
No, I don't mind.
She's really good at these games, and I thought, you know, a bit of competition for you.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I like a bit of competition.
It's actually my gran. Granny! All right, Gran? Well, I think,
Hi, Granny. Pleased to meet you.
Gran, first of all, we should have a go at the strength machine. So, let's go over here. Come on, Granny.
Why not?
Of course, you should do this really easily, because
Absolutely.
they're quite easy usually, aren't they?
I'll knock the bell off.
There you go. Take that. Have a go.
Should go right to the top. Oh, that's the cherry got chocolate there.
Bit of a pull muscle in my shoulder.
Is that why it's just... But it's gone to weed, Kev. Maybe it's not working.
It can't be working properly. It's probably not greased properly or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we let Granny have a go? And then if it
Okay.
doesn't move, it's obviously not working.
Well,
Go on, Granny, you have a go.
There you go.
Never mind, Kev.
Okay with that?
Oh.
Don't go like that.
Oh, shall I take your handbag? Take the handbag, Kev.
It's my colour.
Go on, Granny, go on. How do you explain that away? I mean, my granny...
Well, I perhaps had it hammered too far back.
Do you
I
think so?
Perhaps I didn't hit it quite straight.
Well, I'll tell you what, shall we try the ghost train?
Yeah.
Yeah? Not scared of ghost trains?
No,
Come on
I'm
then.
scared of anything.
All right, well, we'll go in the front, because I get a little bit frightened on ghost trains, so if I get scared, you don't mind if I just grab you and
Just hold
scream
my
at you?
hand and I'll be there.
And you're really not scared at all?
No, I'm not scared of anything.
All right, let's go. Stop it!
It's acting. It's acting.
All right, messing about.
Yeah.
I'd say you're a bit of a wimp, actually, Kev.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
very impressed at all by this.
No, I'm not. No, it's just adding to the atmosphere. Sense of humour.
Failure. Well, I tell you what, I'll give you one more chance, yeah?
Okay.
Come on, let's see what you got here. Do you want to have a go, miss?
We're going to give Kevin a go first. This is Kevin, and he's trying to impress
Hello,
me.
Kev,
Hasn't
you want to
done
have a
too
go
well
here?
so far.
Yeah, I'll have a go, yeah.
Yeah, then, mate.
Are you good at
Have a
this,
go
Kev?
there. Hold on, see if you...
Superb shot. I was
Are
See if you can hit one of my little Donalds there.
I was in the SAS, mate.
Win me a prize.
All right, anything for you.
OK.
This site's wonky. Look, you're supposed to McDonald's, not my blooming prizes, mate. Take aim on the second one. That's a bigger one. Have a go at that.
Go on, Kev, take your time.
Come on, Kev. Come on. What the hell's going on here?
Well, they're a bit hard, aren't they? There's a ricocheting off.
What's going on here? Look,
Must
just
be your
have
eyes
a go
are
at that
wonky.
one. Look.
Kev, you've got to get one of
That's
these.
as big as a goose,
Go
there,
over
for you.
here. Try that one over there.
For you, for you.
I don't know. What's going on, Kev?
Oh, it's just a ricochet.
Hey, they're sitting ducks, mate.
I think we better give Granny a go, see if she can do any better. Go on, Granny, off you go. That was really pathetic.
Come on, Granny. Yeah, that one's loaded there, darling. You just have a little go there. Good shot.
See?
Oh, she must go to the same optician.
Steady, Gran. She's looking at candy floss stall over there. She still gets them.
Well, that's what, because I was looking and them
sights
sights are just dead
Come on,
wonky.
Gran, see if you can get the third one.
Oh.
You won't get over that far for a long time, Gran, have you? Point over there, Gran.
Go on, mate, nothing wrong with them sights.
Listen, Kev, how do you explain that?
Well, she wasn't looking, was she? The sights are wonky, and then I got the lucky ricochet off, that's why.
Well, I'll tell you what. Would you mind very much if he has one more go? Because otherwise, if he doesn't impress me now, I'm going home.
One chance, I'm getting over here because
Maybe if you
I've
don't
run
look
out of
this
it.
time.
See if you can hit one of my Donalds here, look. Here, one in the middle there. See how you get on there.
Be as lucky as anything else, isn't it? When I had the hammer, I really couldn't see Paul at all. When it came to the firing range, it was like one side of my brain was saying, OK, you know what's going to happen. But there was another side of me that was just saying, what's going to happen next, and totally overrode everything. As if that side didn't really know what was going to happen, so when something did happen, I wasn't expecting it, and it was a complete surprise.
That brings us to the end of tonight's show. Let me thank our special guests and also our 10 volunteers for opening their imaginations to us. Good night.